The families who lost loved ones in the King Soopers shooting experienced unimaginable heartache. But even amid such pain, there can be moments of beauty. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kim Christensen.
I'm Tom Green. Kevin Vaughn with our 9 News Investigates team found one of those moments outside of the courthouse. Kevin, there is some joy for two people who've actually lost so much.
Tom and Kim, joy is the right word to describe this relationship between two women who each lost a parent in the shooting.
You've been such an inspiration for me. I really do. What's the right word?
When they were both lost,
I'm in awe of the way you've led your life.
they found each other.
Feelings mutual.
Erica Mahoney's dad, Kevin Mahoney, and Olivia McKenzie's mom, Lynn Murray, died within a minute of each other on March 22, 2021. The day a gunman opened fire at a grocery store in Boulder.
A lot of people really get uncomfortable talking about this.
With the killer guilty and sentenced,
And I usually don't talk about it in my daily life.
they sat outside an empty courthouse talking about a friendship forged in tragedy.
You lost your mom and I lost my dad in this shooting. We just immediately bonded. And we could both start from this place of understanding.
Understanding what it took to speak out in court.
My dad was my North Star and continues to be. He was the best dad to my brother and me and a wonderful husband to my mom. I miss him every day.
To speak out for those they lost.
I felt like and do still feel like the luckiest daughter on earth to have been so lucky to have been her kid. We were so close, and as we grew older, she became my best friend.
We have a beautiful friendship that I know is going to continue past this trial. It's one of the beautiful things to come out of this is our friendship.
A friendship both unexpected and cherished.
Just having that space in our hearts to just know that, I'll just always encourage you to just, shine your light and be, I think, what our parents would want for us.
These women also told us they've managed to find humor in some of the things they've experienced. Their first meeting was at a coffee shop across the street from a cemetery. They joked with us last night that it was a fitting setting for their first discussion.
A couple things just to clarify, that their parents who they lost were not familiar with one another on that day on March 22nd.
No, I mean, they had never met. These two women had never met. Kevin Mahoney was a regular shopper at that store. Jody Waters worked there. So they may have had a casual acquaintance, but the families did not know each other.
And I think what strikes me about these two women is not that they became friends, but that they were available for friendship. They were open, and maybe finding someone who had something similar to what they'd experienced really helped.
Yeah, and they have connections with a lot of the other families as well, but they did talk about this idea that they don't have to explain to each other what they've been through, what they've experienced. They know it's intrinsic.
That loss of a parent is so painful, but losing a parent like this, they really needed one another to talk about that.
Yeah, and they're actually, I was just texting with Erica. They're together right now, actually.
Oh, that's nice to hear. That's great.
Hello to them. Thanks for sharing their story, and thanks for finding that for us. That was nice to see. Within the last 90 minutes, Ryan Ruth has been charged with attempted assassination of a major presidential candidate. Ruth is the man who prosecutors say was caught hiding with a rifle on a Florida golf course where former President Donald Trump was playing. Ruth had been facing gun charges. The attempted assassination charge now new. Attorney General Merrick Garland said today that new evidence led prosecutors to believe that Ruth was stalking Trump for several weeks before his arrest.
J.D. Vance, the Republican vice presidential nominee, is scheduled to visit Denver 2 weeks from today. So far, the only event on his schedule is a private event, which starts at $3,300 a ticket. This continues a trend this campaign season. Both parties have held events here over the last couple of months, but they've all been closed to the public.
Thornton police have sent us this surveillance video, which they say shows the black car that was involved in a vehicular assault last week. Police say the driver of the 1997 Honda Civic hit a pedestrian on York Street in Thornton. Police say the pedestrian yelled at the driver to stop speeding, but the driver then turned the Civic around and hit the pedestrian. Police say the driver had a unique window sticker for Brian Crower engine internals. If you know that car, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers.
The search is over for a 16-year-old girl from Elizabeth who was missing for more than 2 weeks. CBI announced last night they found Katie Michael and she's okay. While they did not say where she was found, the DA's office says the teen's boyfriend and his grandmother both face a charge of harboring a minor.
The Justice Department announced today they're suing Visa, claiming the card issuer used its size to squeeze out competition in the debit card market. The complaint filed on Tuesday says Visa penalizes merchants and banks who don't use Visa's own payment processing technology for their debit transactions, even though alternatives do exist. It is the latest in a recent round of lawsuits brought by the Biden administration targeting alleged monopolistic practices. The DOJ has also sued big tech companies like Google and companies that act as middlemen, such as Ticketmaster and RealPay.
Let's take a live look at Denver tonight. Beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky. Fall-like temperatures really for the last few days, but it's going to start feeling more like August and summer again. Corey Rippenhagen joining us now because things are heating up.
Yeah, 78 degrees was the high temperature in Denver today. So yeah, that's real nice, but we're gonna have to heat things up because we are tracking a little bit of a fall heat wave here in the weather impact headlines. Wednesday and Thursday, unusually hot, and we could even tie or break a record high temperature on Thursday. That'll all come with a dry spell. No rain in the forecast all the way into next week. And this does come with the fall colors because they are in peak conditions right now, which means there are the most gold out there to see, and good viewing will last all the way into this coming weekend. More details in the forecast.
This weekend we'll see the end of an era at Coors Field. After 14 seasons with the Rockies, Charlie Blackmon is going to hang it up. That long hair, the beard, the love of fishing, it all made Blackmon an instant hit in Colorado. Not to mention the way he played the game. He's arguably been the face of the team over the last decade. There's longtime teammate Nolan Arenado, who's now with the St. Louis Cardinals. He stopped by this afternoon while Blackmon talked about his retirement for the first time.
And it means a lot more to me to have been successful here and to have made it to the playoffs and to have guys that I've seen grow up in this clubhouse be successful. Thank you for making this week special. I'll never forget it. And I'm really honored to be a part of this organization. Thank you.
Well, if nothing changes, they'll play the Cardinals, 3 games starting tonight, and then Charlie's last game will come this weekend against Shohei Ohtani and the LA Dodgers. And to celebrate him, the team is planning to hand out Charlie Blackmon shirts to fans on Friday night.